Laurie. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to stop by and hang out with me for a little while. I've been watching a bunch of my friends here on YouTube make these adorable Dollar Tree Mophead Gnomes. They are so cute, and I actually want to make one myself, but I didn't want to make one exactly like everyone else because each and every one of them are unique. So I went into my craft room and I'm like rummaging around, and I grabbed some supplies that I had from the Dollar Tree, laid it out on the table. I ended up coming up with this little guy here. He's from the North Pole. It's one of Santa's little elf helpers, and the best part, guess what? He's bringing some gifts. He technically cost only $3 to make, and I guess if you add the bottle, that's his body. I did buy that at the Dollar Tree. It was some chicken wing sauce that my husband liked, so as soon as the bottle was empty, I hung on to it. I like to recycle everything and anything I can. So that's the base of his body, but if you have like a water bottle or another kind of container just kicking around, he'll cost you literally $3 to make. If you don't want to use the bottle as a base, there's actually another option. I made this bunny back at Easter time out of Dollar Tree socks, and it's basically the same concept. So if you don't want to use a bottle, you can actually give this a try. I'm going to link the video below so you can check it out. And all you would need to do is just follow the instructions from that video and then just glue the mop head right on top. One of the other ideas is that he can become two-sided, which is kind of fun. And all you need to do is just turn him around like this. And you can actually put another set of legs here if you wanted him to sit within a two-sided area in your home. Or all you need to do is just give him another nose and kind of embellish the top, and there you have, he's two-sided. Thanks again, guys, for stopping by and hanging out with me during this video. If you're new, please consider clicking that little red subscribe button below and clicking on the notification bell. All my supplies are from the Dollar Tree. Getting started, we're going to use one of the Dollar Tree Elf Headbands. We're also going to need 2 sets of elf legs. You're also going to need one of the Dollar Tree cotton mop heads. I'm using this plastic chicken wing bottle that I bought at the Dollar Tree. It's 8.5 inches tall. You can use anything that you have at home that's about 8.5 inches tall and that you can fill and has a lid. I'm using some Epsom salt that I had left over from a previous project. I made snowballs that won't melt, and I'll actually link that video below if you'd like to check it out. You can use rice or sand or anything that will keep the bottle heavy and upright. You'll also need 1 small ornament. I'm not sure what color I'm using, so I'm going to try out all 3. You'll need one of the little gift boxes, and some polyfill or cotton balls or tissue. I'm using the empty chicken wing bottle. I washed it, removed the label, and I've dried it. I'm filling mine with the Epsom salt. I made a makeshift funnel out of an old cookie box, and that's going to help me get the salt into the bottle. I liked using the Epsom salt because you can see a little bit underneath the mop, and keeping it white, it kind of blended in. Once the bottle is full, just screw on the top. Once you remove the mop head from its plastic covering, it's now time to attach it to the bottle. I turned it over to expose the bottom, and you can see that there is a plastic flat end. Now all you need to do using your hot glue gun is to attach it to the top cap of your bottle. When you're gluing it, make sure that you center it on the top of the cap. Let the glue set for a couple of minutes and then just fix the hair on the mop. Once that's done, now it's time to add the little elf hat. Once you remove the hat from the actual headband, it's now time to glue it onto the top.
Now all you need to do is use a generous amount of hot glue on the black part of the mop head. Then just slide the elf hat over the top. Once that's complete, it's now time to add on the legs. At the top, they're attached to a little red skirt. All you're going to do is just cut them away from it. The legs had a little bit of polyfill inside, but I wanted them to be full, so all I did was just stuff some of the polyfill inside. And like I said, if you don't have that on hand, you can use cotton balls or tissue or anything that will fill them up. Before we attach them to the bottom of the bottle, we have to find our center point. So using the center of his hat, I just marked on the very bottom with my marker where the center of his body was. Once you have that center mark, all you need to do is use some hot glue and glue your legs to the bottom. You glue one leg on one side of the mark and then the other leg on the other side. You're going to hot glue together the little red skirt that the legs were originally attached to. Give it a minute to set up, and then we're going to hot glue it onto the bottom of the bottle. The bottle is slightly front heavy because of the legs, and this kind of balances off the weight. And it also hides where the legs were cut and attached to the base. I couldn't decide what color nose I wanted to use for this gnome, so I had a sparkly green, a red, and a gold, and I figured I would just try them all and see what looked the best. I thought the gold ornament nose was the best complement, so all I did was hot glue it and kind of tuck it up underneath the hat. Now we're going to add the arms, and like last time we cut off the legs, this time we're just going to cut off the feet. Once the feet are removed, then just cut the rest of the legs away from the little red skirt. Then using your glue gun, you're going to close up one end on each arm. Now, just like the legs, you're going to use some polyfill or anything that you have on hand, and you're going to stuff the arms. My gnome is going to be holding a little gift box, but you can have yours hold anything that you have on hand. I glued the last two ends closed, and these will end up being little hands to hold the present. I put some glue on the finished edge, and then I pressed it onto the gift. And then I did the exact same thing to the other arm and attached it to the gift. Now they're ready to glue onto your gnome. I pulled some of the hair of the mop away from each side, and this way it allowed me to decide where I wanted to place the arms. Then using my glue gun, I attached one arm on each side, making sure that the gift was centered in the middle. Once everything was glued into place, it was now time to groom this little gnome's hair. Another option is if you'd like a two-sided gnome, all you need to do is just add a nose and embellish the top. This little guy is complete and ready for Christmas.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I so appreciate each and every one of you, and I want to wish you all a very merry and bright holiday season. I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.